It is 1:06 a.m. Friday, November 11th, 2022. I have been asleep and awake like 3 times already today. I don't know. It's 1 in the morning and I'm being asked, nudged, whatever, to do a Sagittarius reading. Because I can't sleep and nothing's wrong. I keep feeling somebody that needs hope. I don't know how else to describe it. It's been really heavy. Sorry for the ankle. I don't know what else to do about it. Right. This is for Sagittarius. I feel like it's just for one person. Or maybe not. It's so confusing. It's such a... I don't know. It's a weird vibe, man. It's a weird vibe. It's not bad or good. It's just someone's going through something. And I feel like it's someone that I know. But maybe not. It's someone stuck in the dark that is trying to heal themselves, and I've been feeling it for a few days. But I've also been feeling this. I guess I should explain it to you more. Sorry, I'm like really feeling whoever that person is. These two cards together, without going into too much detail, it's basically wanting to break free from someone abusive. The feeling I've been getting, the energy I've been asked to read, and what I've been processing. I don't know if you guys have been doing it. It's kind of like I don't want to make this reading take a while, so I'm just going to tell you. In order for you to break free of that thing keeping you stuck in the dark, whatever it is internally, you have to find hope. There's someone or something sabotaging you. It could be your masculine side towards your feminine side. It could be a father figure, a brother, a male friend, some masculine energy, keeping a feminine energy trapped. However that plays out for you. And in order for the feminine energy to break free, she's got to find hope. I've been how do I word this? I've been seeing and feeling things so clearly. From comments to like underhanded remarks people make, veiled compliments, snarky insults. And when I go to sleep lately, I'm not really lucid in my dreams. But there's snapshots that I remember in certain parts. And today, it's been a lot of this. But me personally, I'm not breaking free of anything. I'm kind of going towards this thing, and I'm like, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. You know? Especially after yesterday, somebody left a comment, and it wasn't anything snarky at all. But it was a comment from somebody who's pretending to be someone else. And I saw right through, like I picked up the energy and I was like, oh, that's who it is. So sorry, I'm trying to get this to not like be fucking angled weird, and it's really annoying me now. So let's stand here. Hopefully you don't have this crystal. So somebody left a comment, and I knew exactly who it was. And I felt like this, like, no more tricking me. And then this other energy was showing up in different ways, but not in a bad way. It's kind of like underhanded compliments and insults, but from a friend who's poking fun at you. In another way, it is that I've been shown this to relay it to you, is that there's people inside of you and around you, in my life too, that are trying to block this, whoever, whatever this is in you. In me, it's ridiculous to even go through it, okay? For you guys, it could be someone like getting in the way of a promotion, or you want to leave a relationship and someone doesn't want to let you leave, or some of you dealing with the occult, you're like haunted, or you have entities, whatever. One masculine energy, one feminine energy. The masculine isn't letting the feminine, but on the other side of it, the feminine is going against the masculine and being like, get out. And the other way is this guy's like, you're not going anywhere. And she's like, let me out. And he's like, nope, nope, nope. And in another way, it's, you can't be with my daughter. She's too good for you. And she's like, no, daddy, let me go. I love him. You see, it's that dynamic. Put yourself wherever it is in that situation and recognize that the way out of it is hope. Hope. I felt something like this. If I'm going to be really honest, I've been talking to death. Like the incarnation, the entity of death, okay? In all its forms, from Anubis to otherwise. I've been really talking to it and talking to like a collective consciousness of children, like the inner child of humanity. I don't know how else to explain it. I'm like, what's the problem? And I start like, there was no answer given. It was a scenario that played out in my mind in this like Olympus fucking conference room. I don't even know how to explain where I go. And I saw people being split into three: the child, the masculine, and the father. And then like 12 or 13 or a bunch of archetypes over their heads, and each of them kept going in and out. And I'm like, okay, what's the problem then? And they kept showing me that the woman loses hope in the man. The man then gets really mean to like keep the woman up. The woman then gets really fucking defensive and warrior like because she's having to deal with an angry man. And then the child in the corner loses hope because they miss out on what they experienced their parents to be like way early in the beginning. So if you guys are psychiatrists dealing with people who have mommy daddy issues, the problem isn't the mommy and daddy. The problem is all three of them playing the other one's role. This guy's supposed to help her, and she's supposed to be over there bouncing off of him. Boing. But instead, he's like, no, stay down there. Stay down there. Which causes a whole bunch of stuff. And if you follow the route all the way back down, it goes to hope. How many ways has all of humanity been given a, you can free yourself, you can try, there's ascension, it's all great, it's all dandy, fantastic. Oh yeah, he really does love you. Oh yeah, your stuff is going to be safe. Yeah, I trust it. Oh yeah, you're totally ascending and evolving, and it's totally great. Ooh, wow. Ooh, welcome to my channel. Like, the whole world is dealing with a veil of stupid on them. And they don't realize what they're doing because they're stuck in this mindset. They can't feel. And a lot of them are like having chest problems or something, or they're breathing problems. I've been feeling a pain in my, this is going to sound weird. I've been feeling a pain where it's literally in the, and I feel weird saying this. I mean, no disrespect to anybody. You know how I can get when I channel energies. But I swear to God, I've been feeling a spear wound stab of Jesus in my rib cage. Okay? I swear to God. And I've been thinking about it. Like, I've been playing that scene, like going back into the consciousness of mankind and really looking at it. The loss of hope in the human psyche when they see that story. It's astounding. It's astounding. It damages the mothers, the daughters, the sisters, the wives. It damages the sons, the fathers, the brothers, the uncles. It distorts their perception of masculine and feminine, especially when they all go back to bowing before the penis. It's fucking ridiculous. The towers, the trees, the buildings, everything looks like a penis or a vagina in this world. Everything. Because the human psyche is stuck below the heart center. So remember earlier I was telling you how some people aren't able to breathe. They're like, oh, oh, oh. Well, the problem isn't your lungs, honey. The problem is the amount of grief carried by the body because it's lacking hope. And people are lost in faith. And they're like, oh, it's going to get better. It's going to get better. Everything will be all right. Tomorrow will be okay. And tomorrow is the same old fucking day. Oh, it'll get better if I get angry. It'll get better if I get, peaceful. It'll get better if I balance my chakras. It'll get better if I do my shadow work. It'll get better if I talk to the collective. It'll get better if I deal with the exes. It'll get better if I, grieve my grieving. It'll be better. It'll be better. It'll be better. Nope. Nope. It doesn't get better. The 5 plus 9 is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Goes back to a 5. That adds up to an 8. An infinite loop of chaos. Why? When it's supposed to be a healer and a bringer of change that brings clarity and completion. But instead, it's having to do this. No. Why? Because human beings, people, and some of you are going to fucking hate this, but almost every single one of you is going to know this is ding. You guys think your hearts are open. They're not. If they were, this wouldn't be needed. If they were, this wouldn't be like this. If they were, this wouldn't exist. So don't tell me your hearts are open, because these are the 3 cards out, and these cards mean the heart's not open. The problem isn't your lungs, the problem isn't the heart, the problem isn't anything else. The problem is, I'm going to explain this to you scientifically because my brain works better this way, especially since I'm Lucy and my brain works with intelligence and empathy, despite what people might think, and wisdom. So I'm going to describe this to you easily. If a star is dying and gold is forged in the heart of a dying star, and it explodes and scatters that gold, then that star is all over the entire universe. If the Akashic records explode, all that knowledge is in the Akashic, goes everywhere. Everyone knows everything. If you keep weaving dark magic, eventually the light magic is going to flood the dark magic out and eliminate the dark completely, because the dark doesn't know its place. And then there's an elimination of the dark. And then we're back over here. If a star in a chemical composition with its helium and everything else going in the system goes whoop, 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 and then decides to split from its masculine and feminine polarity and choose one over the other, then the star dies. Because in order to have fusion, in order to have infinite power, in order to have energy that is perpetually what you need is these two to work like this, not like this. And what you guys have done as a species is destroy the stars within by saying this is a man or this is a woman to yourselves. So that thing inside of you that takes the water you drink and the food you eat and it turns it into an atomic structure of photons and light and luminescence within liquid of the crystal display that is your bodies gets darkened. Why? Because you decide to power one side over the other. The Native Americans tell you, quit feeding one wolf. Which wolf are you feeding? Then there's the story of the jackal and the hyenas and the wolves and the lions and the star and Aries and Aphrodite and Hephaestus and all these other stories, right? What's the problem in all of them? Are we fighting? Hey, Tasha. I hope you're well. I wasn't expecting anybody on here. My hair does look puffy as fuck, dude. It's getting so thick. Whatever. What I'm seeing in like mentally is the yin yang symbol being split. But when it's split, and I don't really give a fuck if I'm supposed to not tell you about this or if I'm supposed to tell you about this. I don't really care. I really don't. And I don't mean I don't care in a bad way. I mean, this world's problems are due to a lack of knowledge. So allow me to illuminate you so you guys can stop destroying each other like stupid little monkeys. So you have the yin yang symbol, right? Pick a side. Well, if you're going to do this, then that becomes a doorway. Whoops. Now, if one side is light and the other side is dark, listen here, honey bunch. I'm going to tell them whatever I want. You want me to not tell them? The door is right there. You can knock. You have a sun ship, don't you? Don't they have a teleport pad on that ship? Or do you have the Walmart version? So we have the yin yang, which then can go into a doorway. If this is one planet, that side is, whoops, the inner earth. That side is the upper earth. To go in, what is it? To get out, you have to go in? Huh, I wonder what that means. To get out of here, you actually have to go into the inner earth to come out of the outer earth. Because the yin yang symbol is actually a 5-dimensional image of how to traverse from the inner earth to the outer earth, or the other way around. Which then brings us to ravens. It's the age of Aquarius, bitch. They get to know. They get to know where they are. Ravens. There's a lore of ravens, isn't there? They go from the underworld to the upper world, don't they? Don't they? You guys assume they bust through a veil and they go, woo! Nope, honey bunny. Nope, honey bunny. They go right there. Hi, Erica. When the ravens, crows, beasts that go from the underworld to the upper world, when they go, Do you know where they go and how they go? They go into the crust and out. How do they do that? Cave systems, Stonehenges, gateways, portals, which is why all over the world, all the ancient sites are contained and controlled. Maybe if you didn't keep leaving me on planets and deserts and having me cry a new nature onto them after you're done tearing them apart with your sunships, maybe then I wouldn't be so fucking snarky when I have to keep reblooming the wreckage you leave behind on planets. Honey bunch. And then for me to be accused of being the fucking Antichrist. Are you kidding me? Honey bunch. Some of you have no idea why I'm saying it that way and consider yourselves lucky. There was a group of people a long time ago that decided I wasn't part of their connection. So they said, go down there and be mother to there. And I was like, okay, there I go. And then I came, and then I fell, and then I joined, and then I lit up, and then I died, and now I'm still here. And you know why they keep doing this? Because I'm the thing that cries their oceans alive. You know, when nature, when all those seeds get planted, one of the other gods has to make them grow. You know what it takes to make them grow? Tears, sadness, grief, hope, pain. So whenever they need something done, they fuck it up. They send me down there. Then I'm the problem, and they're the good guys. And then I get to go and disappear while they get the credit. And I get to be the monster. Every time. And they're my family. Those sunships of yours. Those little diamond ships. Those beings that wiggle the universe. Those people you guys call Elohim. Yeah, they're my brothers. And they're not very nice to me most of the time. Because I'm the one that doesn't look like a giant hairy Sasquatch. And I don't get what's mine until I play the role. Whoops. So sorry. So tired of being abused by you people and destroyed, desecrated, planets sacrileged, people killed, people abused, worlds thrown into fucking turmoil, lie after lie after lie after lie after lie after lie after lie being told to the children of God under the false guise of the children of a false God who use spaceships instead of spiritual anything and then claim that spiritual anything is bad. And then they copy and paste the fucking underworld all over their world while they watch everybody in the underworld. And they mock and they laugh and they base their systems off of this world, but all the while they shit on me, Gaia. And what do they want? To make Tiamat look like the enemy so they can take what they want. Remember a long time ago I told you when Tall, Dark, and Handsome came back to the planet and he was like, hey honey, I got Takis for you. And I was like, ooh, Takis. And he was like, okay, now give me everything. And I was like, okay, I love you, bye. Lo and behold, here we are 2,000 years later, and I'm still the fucking enemy, while everybody's bowing to Tall, Dark, and Handsome, saying he's the savior, and I'm the fucking precious with the wig. Okay. But remember, when they show up and they tell you who they are, and they paint me as something else, remember what I told you. Remember why I left there. And remember their ascension. You're the children of Gaia. Why would Gaia send you off on another ship? Why would Gaia tell you to pay attention to children of a giant burning ball in the sky with ships when Gaia is beneath your feet and all around you, protecting you all the time? Pay attention to the bearers of false gifts and those who claim they are your allies. Do they help you or not? Because if there's even one moment of suffering in your life and you have to justify God and your suffering for God, we have a problem, because that's not the God, that's God. The true God, the mother of God, the source of everything, is pure love. If you're tuned into that, there is no suffering. There is no death. There is no dying. There is no not having superpowers. There is no not knowing. There is no not telepathy. There is no not pain. You know? You would if you were connected. Other beings are connected on a level that is in a higher frequency and dimensional plane, but they still carry the black and white, the yin yang. Okay? Which means even in the higher 12th dimensions, 15th dimensions, whatever dimensions, there is still pure evil in ways you cannot imagine. So when you guys talk about, oh, Lucifer fell from heaven, oh, this and that, the Antichrist, no, honey, flip it. We're in the upside down. If there's an Antichrist, there's a problem. Because the Christ should have no opposition. It is the purest force in existence. It is pure love. It is pure everything. Nothing would withstand it. Nothing would go against it. Nothing would be stupid enough to be an Antichrist. So be careful with people telling you shit like that, because they're preying on your stupidity. Because if you actually think about what a Christ being is, it cannot have enemies. It can't. It's literally hallowed ground within itself. What can you throw at an emissary of God? What can you do at holiness itself? If the Holy Spirit shows up in the phoenix form in front of you, what are you going to do to it? Nothing. No force in creation would go against it. They would try to control it. They would try to drain it. They would try to force it. They would try to mold it and copy it and replicate it. But that's archonic, isn't it? And when that failed, they would make it look like the monster, wouldn't it? They'd make it look like a horned goat god, wouldn't they? They'd say it's a golem with a wig and makeup to make it look like an enemy, wouldn't they? But they would steal and copy and paste and replicate and emulate everything that they mock. But it's okay if they do it, right? So, ask yourself something. When you see those ships, when they show up, and you get overwhelmed with a feeling of holiness, snap out of it. snap out of it and remind yourself with logic, discernment, and an open heart, the goddess beneath your feet and the father and mother of God themselves above your head and inside your bones. Remind yourself. How are they doing this to lie to me now? Okay? Because if they gave a fuck, for them on the surface, 3 days of darkness is roughly 2,000 years here, or 30,000 years down here, depending on how you calculate it, on your perception of time and its flow. So 1 day here is like 0.1 millisecond of time up there. So to them, your suffering is non-existent. Because in order to embrace unity, you have to create time and slow things down to see them. If you don't, they go gone. So over there is no density holding the planet still on the surface. They are close to the stars. On the inside of the planet, there is density, there is time, there's constriction, there is 3 dimensions: up, down, left, right, inside, outside, the 8-pointed star. On the outside, there is infinity, nebulae, galaxies, multiple planets. God, send your angels over there, please. The ones who don't mind kicking ass. Sherry, you're gonna be okay. You just gotta give yourself a better reason to live than some of these people you've been hanging around with, honey bunny. For 3 days, I've had this fucking heavy energy on me. And I've been really processing it. Like, I knew it had to do with the Sagittarius reading that I had to do. Like, it was with some people in the Sagittarius collective, but it was triggering something else in me. A deep, deep, deep old memory of being dropped off on a fucking desert planet after falling through space, like thousands of fucking years just falling. And Jesus and his crew were like following me, trying to catch me. And I'm like, ooh, blink, 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 in and out of time. And then I go flop. And then I don't remember what the fuck else happens. And then I'm on a planet. And that ship is leaving. And it was 3 beings: a lion, a bear, and something I don't remember. I really don't. And they were like, open your heart. We'll come back to pick you up when your heart's open. And for 40 years now, I've been like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? And then just a few days ago, I'm like, what the fuck? That's when my heart closed. When they left. And then I was thinking for 3 days, like, wait a minute. How does that even make sense? So think about this for your own stories, okay? And for the people you work with. People I trusted left me somewhere, caused a wound of abandonment, caused the heart space to close energetically, and then said, we'll come back when you open it. Well, once it opened, you know what I realized? That was done intentionally. That was sabotage. That was pure and intentional gaslighting, projection, and narcissistic abuse. Like, really? That was really fucked up. but I couldn't see it. So for like decades, I've been like, oh, I got to open my heart. I got to be a better person. I have to keep doing things. I have to go home. I have to find my way back to my family. Those people were so good to me. Lo and behold, I had fucking Stockholm syndrome to the people on those goddamn sunships. Ever since they told me they're back, I'm like, I want to break walls of reality and run away. Because I don't trust them. Down to my bones, I don't trust them. Down to my soul, I don't trust them. I don't trust people who come off so mightier than thou, so holier, so more judgy, just always right. Like you have to constantly tiptoe. You have to, you're never good enough. Nothing you ever do is right to them, you know. The food is never good enough. The house is never clean enough. Your body's never perfect enough. Your hair is never combed enough. You know, nothing's ever good enough for them. Ever. Ever. But then the minute you turn around, they're doing exactly what you were doing. That wasn't good enough for them, but they're doing it for each other. It makes me angry. It makes me angry to my core. And they're like, oh, deal with your anger issues. Let down your shields. Never. Never. Because if I die on this planet, if I live on this planet, I don't fucking care anymore. What I care about is I'm going to stand by this planet until this planet is nothing more than dust in space, and then I will catch that dust and take it and protect that too. No one's fucking with Earth, and I am not leaving Earth. And if anyone is leaving Earth to go with anyone else, bye. I hope you trust yourself, because I wouldn't trust anybody with a spaceship that can move back and forth through time and has done nothing for 2,000 years to help anybody here, other than blind faith, false hope, and invisible dangling fucking carrots. Do this, tomorrow will be better. Do this, tomorrow will be better. Learn to manifest, it'll be better. Do this, it'll be better. But they're the ones doing all of it through their own Amazon.com. So when you're sitting there going, I'm manifesting a car, Bob behind the desk over there is sitting there being like, Jenny wants a car. Somebody, and they're like, is she manifesting enough energy for the car? I don't know. She's about a 60%. All right, give her a fucking Volkswagen Beetle then. What if she gets to 100? Then we'll give her a Hyundai. And then Jenny's over there like, oh, I manifested a car. It's not what I wanted, but it's nice. Why are you so dumb? Oh, right, because your heart space is closed. Ew. I've been seeing it so much in people. So all these problems. And then the whole thing about telling women and mothers and men, be more compassionate, smile more. No. The men of this world, by the way, I have a penis. The men of this world, oh, by the way, I have ovaries too. Woo! You guys need to fucking grow up. The women of this world are terrified of you. If you have a penis, women are scared of you. They're even scared of me. Even the men are scared of me. And I weigh 117 pounds and I'm 6 feet tall. And people are scared of me. There are mothers who are afraid of being raped. There are boys afraid of being raped. There are children being molested. By what? Men. and some women with really fucked up masculine energy who can't control their clits. They just want to shove things in there. It's fucking disgusting. I've seen their vibration and it's like whores upon whores upon whores, and then they're raising children. Men, listen. You are made in the image and likeness of God. How fucking dare you use your dick to command any authority on this world? How dare you make any woman or another man smaller than you afraid of walking down the fucking street because you can't keep your testosterone in check? Thank you, Jerry. I've literally been through hell and back, and I've seen your Baphomet, and I hugged it. I don't give a shit about any of this stuff. And the God you guys worship is a man, and his mother is actually God. And she has a father God who is the actual father God you guys pray to. Be careful who you're praying to. Yahweh and Yeshua, they're two different people. And the innameable, unfathomable father of creation, which is also in some texts associated with Barbello, the great mother, they don't have names. You can't name them. I'm telling you, V, like, I was so afraid to walk to the store the other day, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I know how to fight. Why am I afraid? And I tuned into that energy, and I felt so many women in the world just afraid of walking anywhere or wearing a dress in fear of being raped by a man. My God, can you people not keep your fucking dicks in your pants? What the fuck is wrong with you guys? And seriously, no offense to the LGBTQ community. I've been a voice of it, knowingly or unknowingly, for a very long time. I'm technically bisexual or gay. I don't fucking know anymore. I'm transgender and a hermaphrodite. I don't even know my gender anymore. I don't give a fuck about any of it. What I care about is that people with a dingly keep wanting to shove it in a booply, and that's causing problems in the world. Because you guys can't contain your sex drive. Gay guys, monogamy in a gay relationship, you may as well try to make fucking nut-free almonds. Like, do you have any idea how every fucking relationship I've been in has been a complete stereotype? Yes, there are homosexual couples that have beautiful relationships, absolutely, but they're the ones that have their energy in balance. They don't go out on Grindr and sit there at 6 a.m. in the fucking bathroom before their partner wakes up looking at fucking Grindr. They don't sit there, opening their legs to get fucked and get impregnated by somebody just to get child support money or something, crack money or some shit. Like, you people use your fucking wombs and your wands to do some stupid things, and then it reverberates in the pool and tapestry of life, and then you're like, why is the world so messed up? I'm giving you time to think about it for yourself, because if I answer you, you're going to feel like I'm insulting you. And then Corey showing up 2 days ago, 20 hours ago technically, leaving a comment, according to fucking YouTube, on my page under a different name. Motherfucker. I'm an oracle. Do you really think your Kaylee screen name, I couldn't read right past it as Corey Lee console voiceover? Hello, you used Felix's picture as your thumbnail, dumbass. Babe, I'm so proud of you. Fuck you, give me back my stuff, thief. And to all you women so afraid of fucking men, kick their ass. Kick them in the nuts. I'm not condoning violence, but if a man is getting all up in your grill and being like, hey, honey, Honey bunch that, asshole. Like, if they whistle at you, fucking caw at them like a raven. Moo at them like a cow. They're telling you to smile, tell them to show me your dick. They want to tell you, like, oh, can I dance with you? Can you cook me dinner? Oh, honey, why don't you shave your legs? Why did you shave your dick? Oh my god, and then these guys with their fucking fat ass bellies and their balding heads and their hairy ass arms and their fucking beards and their nasty ass bodies. You know, ugh. And they're like, oh, yeah, baby, don't you want some of this? Like, honey, even the earth doesn't want to compost you. Get the fuck away from me. You nasty. And whatever you guys do, don't be like me. Do your work and learn how to control your dreams. And you don't open your heart by being a pussy, okay? You open your heart by accepting the fucking truth. Sometimes your saviors are your imprisoners. Sometimes your demons are your allies. And sometimes angels with white wings, fluffiness, and blah, blah, blah are actually demons. And the demons you think are demons that look like satyrs in the forest with fairy wings, or, you know, serpents on trees or whatever, they're actually the good guys. Because you have to point out which one's telling you the lie, right? Which one's doing the saving? Ask that question next time. Don't ask which way, if you're at the gate and someone's like, this one tells the truth, that one lies, there's only one way to go or two ways to go. Nope. Which one of you would save the other one? If someone shows up in your world and says, I'm Jesus Christ, what are you going to do? Let mama hear it. What are you going to do? If a stranger offers you candy, what are you going to do? Bye. Okay. Because if it's really Jesus Christ coming to see you, there would be no mistaking it. None. The glory of that man is impeccable and immaculate. Okay? He's full of grace. And he looks more like a she. Because he's a parthenogenesis of Miriam, Mother Mary, impregnated by the Holy Spirit, which means his body looks like Mother Mary's body, with a beard. So if a really macho dude comes at you and says, I'm Jesus, I'm Yeshua, bye! Because the real Jesus Christ is not that way. At all. At all. So be careful. Learn your discernment. All in all, it is all unity. We're all connected and we're all a family. But if you guys can't figure out which side is light and which side is dark, while you claim you're part of one side or the other, you got problems. Because a lot of you are on the side of the dark and you think you're on the side of the light. And a lot of you are on the side of the light that are just sitting there neutrally doing nothing. And the world needs you. Gaia needs you. And remember, you can't find inner earth because you're in inner earth. Duh. The sunships are called sunships because they come down from the surface where the sun is. The sun you see here is not the sun. It's a disk. The moon is not the moon. It's also a disk, if a disk, or a fucking light bulb in the sky. The sky isn't as high as you think it is. It really isn't. I've seen the dome open. It's kind of terrifying. It's terrifying. Remember in the Bible when they're like, God flooded the earth? All they did was open the dome, and the water from the top of the world flooded into the bottom of the world. You gotta know this stuff. Because if you don't know this stuff, they're gonna show up and they're gonna trick you. They're gonna say they're angels. They're gonna say they're gods, when all they are is surface dwellers. And I cannot rest. Literally, I haven't been able to rest until I tell you this, because I think I'm supposed to be a tribe leader or something. Whatever. But I can't rest without telling you guys. They are not what you think. They are not what you think. If they were truly allies, they wouldn't be insulting me. If they were truly saviors, I wouldn't be in this state. If they were truly angels, they wouldn't have let me shed so many tears alone. They would have been here. They would have been by my side. They would have told me they're here. They didn't even tell me. I found out through the grapevine, because they've kept me in a spiritual prison down here. Because the last time they were here, I didn't take it very nicely. So this time they've tried to pacify me more. It's worked for now. So you guys can go play your little game, your little masquerade. Do your thing. I'm not getting involved. Not yet. But before all this insanity happens in the world, you need to know what you need to know. So consider this your checkpoint with Galadriel, because you Sagittarians are supposed to fire the arrows to the rest of them. So carry the word far. Mystery Lights. A song called Mystery Lights. Look it up. It's by Aha Her. UHHUHHER. The people will try and fight, but what they don't know will kill them. Turn around, please, are the lyrics in that song. What you don't know will kill you. So I'm begging you, sit down, touch the earth, touch your heart, and remember who the fuck you are. It's not very complicated. You are an individual person. You are who you are. But you're also part of the tapestry. Find the bridge between the two. The moment you make the link between your upper world and your underworld, this is the underworld. The heart is the earth. The inner earth is the inner heart. The upper heart right here, the pink glow. Aphrodite, you think I don't know this shit? Hi, hello. Open your center. You can even say I'm opening my heart center. It's just a chakra. Do the swirlies. Whatever you do with your wands. I don't care if you're a dark magician or a light magician. You all need to work together for this one thing. Because you guys are about to experience a great deception beyond anything. And it's absurd that you think I'm the problem. So, you guys got to see it for yourselves. And this is how you do it. You need to know where you are. You're inside the earth. You need to know what you are. You're a liquid crystal display human being. Water runs into electricity. With electricity through your system, becomes luminescence, becomes light. You're a light being. Ooh, it's not so complicated. The law of attraction is not what you think it is. It is just fucking energy and a magnet. That's all it is. Manifestation is you festering your soul because you are taking from the soul. The man, you're festing it. The I in you is festing the man. Fest, like fester. Manifester. Manifester. Get it? Stop manifesting. Ask God instead. Even Jesus told you everything he does is through God. And you guys are sitting there writing notes and burning sage. Fucking insta dumb witch bitches. You guys have no idea what you're messing with. Like like literally, when you guys do magic, it's about as efficient as me trying to write with this. You guys don't get it. Real magic is denied to people without the heart center being open. And once you open your heart center, you're not going to want to do bad magic to anybody. Ever. Now, what do we know? Human. Man of light being. Light. Man or woman. There is no man or woman. It's womb man. WOMBAN. A man, like a seahorse, but also a woman, like Mother Mary, who can self-impregnate, and a man who can self-impregnate. What's the difference? Nothing. They're the same thing. One just grew a beard. That's it. Genetics, cellular systems. You command the cells to move. That's all you do. It's very easy. It's called shapeshifting. You are your cells, aren't you? Change them. Be something else. It's not that difficult. Discernment. If it makes you feel really good, it's probably a lie. If it makes you really afraid, you're probably supposed to go run towards it cautiously. If you think it's gratitude, it's probably not. If you think it's sadness, it's probably not. If you think it's fear, it's probably not. If you think it's love, it's probably not. Why? Because your heart center, the center of translation, has been shut down temporarily. So you could be feeling happiness, but you can't feel it fully. So you hear it like an echo in the water, where you hear out of a fish tank. It's like whoop, 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 right? What you're feeling could be excitement, but because the heart center is closed, it feels like fear. What you could be feeling is giddiness, joy, playfulness, peace, but you're sitting there like, I'm bored. That's not boredom, that's a lack of emotional response. That's due to the heart center being closed. How do you open it? Create stuff. You draw, you doodle, you take beads and you make them into bracelets. You talk to your inner child, you talk to yourself, you talk to the universe. It ain't just him, Sherry. It ain't just him. You just do you and follow your own guidance. Because just like animals, if one animal is going all sorts of crazy, something's going on, isn't it? So if your dude is going bonkers, what do you got to do? Back away slowly. That way, when they flip their lid, you're not near them. You can't help them that way. When you're trying to be like, oh, I'll be there for you. I'll clean up the mess. I'll take care of everything. Stop. Go out for a walk. Go take yourself out to dinner, Sherry. Clean up the house, declutter, organize, vacuum, clean the dishes, scrub the walls, paint the fucking floors if you have to. Do anything but focus on that idiot you call your partner until he realizes he should be cherishing the ground you walk on. Because without your body, he'd have to go fucking asshole on a man. Boil it down to the root. If he doesn't want to be with you, go fuck Bob down the hall. Bye. Like, you women hold the power. Without the womb, there can be no male. Because the current male species is genetically defunct. It cannot self-replicate like a seahorse can. Womp womp. But women can self-replicate. You can also enlarge your clitoris into a penis. But that involves your ovaries descending into testicles, which is kind of uncomfortable. It's what humans do, babe. Serpents. Humans are pink snakes. You have scales. Look at your skin. Oh, and Corey, I know you're watching right now. I can feel you in your alcohol breath and your annoying, I can't tell if you're wearing a collar or something, your stupid Hanes Fruit of the Loom shirts. Quit being a fucking coward. Get out of my goddamn energy field and stop thinking you're doing me any favors or you did me any favors or that I think of you fondly. You're a liar, you're a thief, you lied to me, you stole from me, and you've been stalking me for 6 years to avoid feeling the loss of me in your life because you're a fucking coward. Go away. I don't like you. Don't bother coming to see me in person. Don't bother finishing any contract between us. I've rendered them null and void already, repeatedly, in all lifetimes. You don't exist to me anymore. You're just a ghost. Until you return my things. Then I'll hear you out for 30 seconds. But until you return my things, you are nothing more than a parasite that was introduced into my life to teach me to recognize parasitic behavior in humanity. Return my things or get the fuck out of my channel. Corey Scribner. And your aliases, Kaylee Consolvio. Babe, I'm so proud of you. Fuck you, thief. Bye. And John, so help me God, you and your fucking channel that somehow magically grew 500 subscribers over like 2 days. Ooh, wow. Not weird at all. Tell your sonship buddies, stop being such fucking cowards. Because you're starting to have me realize if you guys are afraid of me and landing because of me? Me? So you're telling me, Jean, that... Oh, and Leo, the other Leo. Yeah, there's 2 Leos in my life. One of them is Middle Eastern. The other one is from Massachusetts. The one from Massachusetts is a thief. The one from the Middle East that rides the sunship likes to prophesize over things. He likes to say "hunabunch" a lot. Yeah, he's afraid to come near me. So since you guys are so afraid to come near me or to land, and I keep saying I'm Gaia, and you guys keep calling me a trickster and a maiden and Aphrodite and Hades and Persephone and the devil and Lucifer and all this shit, I can only start assuming and guessing and hypothesizing that you guys are actually right, and I'm the dummy that's not believing who I really am. So either you guys start showing up and I can call bullshit on bullshit for what it is, or you guys come and prove me wrong and we all hug and embrace and we have a fucking cup of coffee together. Either way, I'm giving you guys 3 days globally to get your shit together Or I'm going to start behaving, thinking, walking, talking, acting as if I'm Lucifer incarnate, Gaia, Sophia. And I'm going to start making intentions and commands left and right until one of the buttons I push does something. Are we clear? Because the people of this planet have been lied to fucking enough. So if no one's going to stand up for the earth and say, we're not leaving this planet, we're not leaving Gaia, we're not abandoning Gaia, I'm with her. So you and your sonships, whoever the fuck you people think you are, you can either show up and make a full fucking disclosure, address to the people of the world with full fucking honesty with me by your side as a fucking lie detector, or get off my fucking planet before I launch the goddamn torpedoes that have been enhanced to give you lots and lots and lots of kitty kisses. You know how cats have a sandpaper tongue. I don't want to break your ships. I don't want to fight you. I want you out of those ships on this earth, walking with the people so the people can see who you people are for the best possible outcome in peace and unity. Because these guys on this planet think you guys are aliens with wings and feathers and absurd things. Aren't you guys done with the ego trip of having followers and subjects and disciples yet? Have you guys not grown past that over there on the surface? Oh, right. Time doesn't move the same way for you guys up there, does it? It's only been a few days for you. For us down here, it's been 30,000 years. We've learned a few things. So, either you show up and you talk to the voice of the earth face to face, or we're going to start having problems. Because if I'm really who I am, guess what? The surface isn't off limits to me either. Do you really want to play this game with me? Your ships are made out of something the earth made. Do you really want to play this game with me? Your bodies are made out of the same thing the earth has made. It's one sentence. It's one sentence. You can get down to this planet, get off your ships, tell the people the truth. I'm not the problem. I never was, and I never will be. Because every time I've been a problem, it's to defend them. So stop fucking with them before I become a problem again. You can't tell me to go be mother to a fucking planet and then continuously lie to my children. Can you, Yoshi? There are grandmothers and mothers and daughters and sons and fathers and grandfathers on their knees right now praying to you, Yeshua, God, Mary, Isis, Inanna, Hades, Lucy. Oh wait, that one's me. All the other ones, yeah. So you guys want to keep your God titles, right? How about you start doing some God work instead of it'll be better tomorrow. No, there's only now. Make it better now. Make it better now. Make it better now, or else you're going to be seen and shown as the liars you guys are. 30,000 years. For you guys, it's been 3 days. You're telling me in 3 days, none of you with your fucking technology managed to send a fucking Amazon delivery box down to inner Earth to help humanity against diseases? You had to wait 2,000 years, and now you're afraid because I have an attitude problem? So sad. Oh. Do you need more followers? Do you need more prayers? Because they need medicine. They need food. They need nature and clean water and clean air. They need governments to not be killing them and hurting them and controlling them. They need governments who are actually healthy, and the governments need people who don't fucking accuse the governments. There's disorder down here. And you guys have your order up there because you guys control the money and the status of the health and dignity of this inner world with your technology. Because I've been removed. So do your jobs, or I'm going to find a way to do it myself. Or we can do it together. I'm willing to compromise. But as long as I'm the only one speaking up for the earth and its people, you guys are fucked, and I don't care who you are, angel or demon, I will take you both down to protect these fucking people. You obviously haven't been able to kill me yet, have you? How many millennia has it been? Don't fuck with me. Pain is my power. There is nothing you can do to me, because everything you would do would cause pain, which only powers me. And you want to give me peace? Thank you. Now, do they use Sherry, you're kind of right, but I'm not really sure exactly how to explain this to you. What they do is they harness. If you watch the cinematic movie World of Warcraft, there's a scene in there, and mind you, I talk to Jesus Christ all the time, Yeshua, all of them. I'm not accusing anybody of anything. I'm pointing the finger at these nitwits in the sunships that are pretending to be the actual sacred holy people. Okay, clear that up. Human beings emit energy. These other beings sense that energy. There's also technology that can sense that energy and harvest it, just like cell phones, just like watches that use kinetic energy, others that create, electricity from stress, all these things, right? Well, they have technology that you can't fathom. So when you guys are going through the cycles of the moon, or you're hurting, or you're whatever, those are called directed energy weapons. They're not really used by who you think they're used by, because the people you guys accuse are actually the ones trying to help you. The ones doing it are the ones from up there who are doing it to feed their systems up there on the surface of the planet, because they live in the Atlantean age, the golden age, the new world. That's where the new world is, up there, not down here. This is the farm. This is the underworld. This is Hela's realm. Hi. This is the place where they throw away their garbage, basically. So when you feel weird, it's usually them harvesting that energy, because they need, electricity. They need to power a spaceship. They have to open a gateway. They're casting their own spells up there with their own magic. They're powering different machinery. So what do? Flip a switch, pull the power from the people in the underworld. We end up going down here through cycles of the moon. Oh, it's an eclipse. The sun's gone. This is gone. No, no, honey, no. That's not it. It's energy harvesting. So that's why when you're watching some card readings, people are like, oh, I claim this reading. Those are parasites, like hyenas, vultures, flying around claiming energy of a universe that's dying. Remember earlier I was telling you, if a star is dying, it's because the thing keeping it together is going, right? The same thing happens in a female. When a male is born, one chromosome breaks and the female gets turned into a male. Otherwise, there is no need for a male. The female is superior in every genetic way. She can self-replicate, and she has a penis and a vagina. The male can only throw the seed, which means he needs the woman, the earth. So the suns and the sunship are just archons that want to take Sophia and seed her into their world, because they want to control the upper and the lower. And it's not going to happen, because if you guys actually open up your heart space, you'll see the truth for what it is, and you'll decide with your own choices and intentions to do what's right, whatever that is by you. But I personally would not get on any of those ships. Even if they bomb this place or nuke it or flood it again. I trust the elements more than I trust those people. But that's just me. And I'm still learning. So I'm asking you, catch up. Open your heart. Start allowing emotions to run through you. It fucking hurts, I know. Crying, boohoo, so sad, whatever. Do it anyway. And you guys were like, oh, crying is for pussies. No, if you were crying, you'd actually know what I'm talking about. Because you'd feel that pain coursing through you. And you'd be like, wait a minute, something doesn't seem right. Because the pain is actually like a panikia, which is why they say panic attack. Panikia. It's the medicine. It distorts the system and it shocks you back into consciousness, a reality check. When you guys are purposefully avoiding pain, you're purposefully avoiding the panikia, the pain ace. Pain ace. Panikia. Medicine. Which is why the aces and the tarots are always shown as a hand going like this or like this. Because you're either going to get it or you got to choose it. And most of you haven't gotten it and you're not choosing it and you can't be forced to. So what's going to happen for those of you, it's going to be blaring in your face until you guys see it. But just please, if you get on any ship to go anywhere, recognize the minute you leave the surface of this earth, time here will move and move and move. And by the time you come back, if you come back, it will be thousands of years later. Everyone you know will have died. Everyone. And if you go from here to the surface, it'll feel like you're going through to a whole different world, to a utopian heaven on earth place. And once you get there, you forget this place existed because the density shifts. Think about the fucking evil in that for just a second. If I go up to the surface, I would forget my life down here. I wouldn't remember the person I was here. That's ascension. Be careful what you guys wish for. I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying here. I'm bonded with the earth. And as long as there's a fucking grain of sand of Gaia, I'm staying with her. And if these people on the surface want anything before we leave this place, this world needs to be cleaned up and fixed. And if there's any fucking threat from any of them, release the hound! Just please, please stop falling for these people and their naive and your naive, gullible, sweet, innocent humanness. Stop falling for them. I know it's difficult. They're so handsome. They're so handsome. They really are, especially when you see them. They're like perfect creations. They're so handsome. But I'm telling you, if you control your sexual energy, if you notice your emotional state and know who you are energetically as a baseline, not as a character in a story, but your vibratory state, your neutral state, your resting state, your default state, your computer when you turn it on and you have nothing open, the you that you are. When you pick up a phone, there's a dial tone. That's the phone's dial tone. When you wake up in the morning, who are you? By 6 p.m., who are you? Changes, doesn't it? So when these people show up, these aliens or whatever you want to call them, these angels, these Elohim, Really, really, really get yourself to neutral. Really. And cleanse your bodies. Like, if you can't be 100%, you don't have to be a, hippy dippy sanctuary wearing, white robe wearing, anything. Just stop with the alcohol. Stop with the drugs. Just a little bit. Slow down. Stop with the animal consumption. Just take a breather, eat some berries, eat some fruits, drink some water. That way you can think clearly and you don't have dead animal hormone flowing through you. And you don't have like liquor and spirits floating through you. And then you can think clearly. I've been doing this for weeks, and I'm telling you, every time my emotions go numb, I want to fight them. But then when my emotions are giddy and I'm naive and I'm like, oh, everything's fine, I want to trust them. And when I pay attention to that feeling, I go, wait a minute, something's not right. Because there's facts. And those facts are, the first wound of abandonment I ever felt was when they left me here and went back to the surface. It felt like my heart was ripped out of me and my soul at the same time. There was a void. And they did that on purpose. I grew my own heart back. So fuck them. You can't be expected to see what I've seen or to know what I know. So if I'm talking to you like a child, I'm going to tell you this very simply. A lot of people in the world are going to tell you that they're good people. And you'll believe a lot of them. But there's going to be a voice inside you that says, something's not right. Remember to be best friends with that voice. That's one of the tricks of Sagittarius. They know that voice. A healthy Sagittarius knows that voice. They can fire an arrow with their eyes closed and they make the target because they know the voice inside them that says that's where the target is. And they fire the arrow without even looking. Because the heart aims for them. Diana taught me that one. Or was it Artemis? Oh wait, they're the same. So, listen to Artemis. Listen to Hecate. Listen to Isis. Listen to the real Yeshua, the Messiah. Listen to the real Christed beings. Listen to the Mother of God. Listen to Mother Mary. Talk to Inanna. Talk to Ishtar. Talk to Hecate. Talk to Aphrodite, for fuck's sake. Talk to yourself and your soul. Even in the Bible, it says, my soul bless the Lord. Someone asks their soul to bless God. That's how powerful you guys are. So, baseline. You owe them nothing, and they owe you the truth. They owe you a 5,000-word essay on why the fuck they haven't helped humanity in over 2,000 years. And then ask them why they left those motherfuckers in charge instead of people like this. And you'll know everything you need to know. Oh, and then ask them about me. If they tell you I'm the enemy, run away. Run, 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 run. If they tell you I'm an ally, dig deeper. And if they tell you I have to marry one of them, send an SOS to Hecate. And if I disappear, tear the universe apart till you find me. Because I would not go willingly. Beware the bearers of false gifts, especially if they gift you any medicine. Your bodies are supposed to heal themselves. Why haven't we? Because I don't want us to. So, discernment, logic, wisdom. Pick one. I got all three covered, and I'm telling you from my point of view. Now you guys got to go check it from your point of views. And remember, I could be wrong about all of it. And remember, even though I swear to God, Jesus Christ, Mother Mary, Yeshua the Messiah, I am telling you the truth. But I could be wrong. Which is why I'm teaching you the basic things. Learn this for yourself. Because if I'm wrong and they're right, they have a lot of explaining to do. If I'm right and they're wrong and they're the liars and the bad guys, they have a lot of explaining to do. If it's all good and everything's good, they're angels or God and all of them coming back, cool. There's still a lot of explaining to do. So before you guys take any gifts from them, before you get on any ships, before you do anything, make fucking certain that someone is sitting there talking to them, if it's not me, that you guys can trust. Because if they're like gonna tell you, yeah, we're here to bring new peace and a new normal and all this new stuff, can you guys all be like, hey, go get the Star Kindler? And I'm gonna be like, listen here, buddies. We don't need all that shit. What we need is for you to get your radiation out of our planet and your ships out of our atmospheres and your satellites out of our fucking aerospace, and for you to stop stealing our energy and our food. And by the way, where have you been for 26,000 years? Just curious. Couldn't find a postcard to send? No? But you sent your son down here to die, right? And then you yoinked him back up. Nice show. It traumatized the people here for 2,000 years already. Did you get what you wanted out of it? Cool. Can you come explain it to them now? No, go ahead. We're all waiting. You said you recognize your wife anywhere, didn't you? Honey bunch. Where have you been? How many other wives have you had in 26,000 years, honey? No, I'm supposed to accept all this, right? And so are the people of Earth? Okay, well, I got questions. And what's the other prophecy? That I'm supposed to be running this world and the upper world with Mr. J, Lucy and Lucy and Lucy and JoJo together. I have questions. Hello. You see, they can be here right now. It's been an hour and a half, and I've been like baiting them. If they were authentic about their intent to help, they would have already picked up on the radio signal from this broadcast and been, "Sup, Sophie, we're here. Hi, buddy." But they're not. And I can't help but wonder, can't you? Why make such a big fuss over an event? Over, ooh, sunship's arriving. All these YouTube channels stalking me and spying on me and copy pasting shit about me, right? And then all this entire fucking world going crazy over what's going on. And here I am, one little person on YouTube going, "We're waiting." I can't wait to see the masquerade this time around. I can't wait to see how you're going to paint me as the enemy this time. Or are you actually going to tell them the truth this time? It'll be nice to see, wouldn't it? Isn't it? I'm going to go. Because I'm being pinged. And you don't really know what that means. But I'm being pinged. I think I got on their nerves. I'm looking up there. Hold on. I see one of the little bastard shits up there. I can go yank it down with a vine of fucking kiwis if I have to. Get your ass down here! Little tom-tom boy. Honey, baby, honey bunch. Everybody needs some of this. I'm gonna go. I have aliens to go fight. And I'm like 1,000% serious right now. So, you guys are probably gonna, cool, whatever. If they're seriously claiming to be who they are, you know who I'm talking about, the sunship people. If I'm not there, they're lying. If I am there, that's a whole other can of worms. It's getting interesting. Okay, listen, you. Calm your tits. Okay, seriously, calm your tits. And, not my problem. Your problem. You have a creator. Do you not? You have a heart that's beating. Do you not? You're breathing. Are you not? Now, before you type, this is chaos. What you're going through is melodrama of the human low vibratory life experience. So, calm your tits. Calm your tits. Because anything going on inside your body right now is a chemical reaction to you thinking fearful thoughts and images fueling down into your expression, out into your heart, and then out through your fucking legs into your hands going, "Help me, help me, help me, help me, help me." No. Help yourself. Get off your fucking ass. Splash water in your face. Do something to help another human being. And quit acting like the entire world's about to fucking get you. Okay? This is chaos. And you see how graceful I am? What they're doing is manipulation. There's a difference. Okay? And if you guys are expecting a Michael versus Lucifer battle, honey, Lucy and Michael are like this. Michael, Michael, Mikhail, bro, he's like my grandpa. If I'm Lucy, do you really think that this apocalyptic biblical thing is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? I'm going to turn into a fucking dragon? Really? I mean, for fuck's sake, you guys, bring it back down to reality, please. Please. Por favor, mi amor. خواهش میکنم. I'm going to go. Whenever you guys get into that thing where it's chaotic in your heads, remember, calm your tatas. Okay? And if you get into the state I was in earlier where I was channeling that energy and I was telling you something's really heavy, something's really dark, something's going on, how did we process it? So when you're in the depths of despair and sadness and how are you going to process it? All right, mental images have to change. Mental words have to change. Mental commands have to change. Emotional body has to change. You don't need to pop pills. You don't need to drink a bottle. You don't need to smoke a bong. No, you're having a panic attack. Your brain is sending massive amounts of images to your body that aren't accurate. You're depressed. Okay, that's sad. Boo-hoo. That's just a lack of energy coming in. Why is there a lack of energy? Because someone's stealing it. Fight them. Instead of sitting there going, oh, it's so sad. And if it's really that sad, do some shadow work while you're in that sadness. Talk to your sadness. Talk to your inner child. Fucking hug your inner child. Do you have an inner masculine, an inner husband, an inner boyfriend? Or do you wait for a man to show you what a boyfriend's supposed to be? Do you have an inner wife as a man that you take care of internally? Do you buy yourself flowers? Do you paint your nails? Do you look at jewelry and say, that would look really good on my wife's hand? Oh, that bathing suit would look great on my wife. Do you feel the outfit your wife would be wearing and say, my wife would love having this on her skin? It feels great. It's so soft. No, because you men are fucking afraid of everything feminine. Because you think with your dicks. And then the women are like, the man has to be masculine. The man can't be masculine for you, honey, if you're being a bigger man than the man is. It's energy. Balance. So this is a lot of information. I really, 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 really urge you, if you have the ears to hear and the eyes to see, to watch this video twice. And maybe don't look at it, but listen to it instead. I guess I'm supposed to tell you more stuff that actually happens on this channel. DNA stuff that heals your DNA, brings common sense back to your system. If you guys, and I say this with utmost confidence. If you guys go get a, let's say you go to the doctor like last week and you watched 5 of my videos on this channel. If you go to the doctor again after those 5 days, it's pretty much 99.9% certain that your system will have improved. How? I don't know. But people get better around me. They become wealthier, healthier, happier, wiser, prettier, more handsome, more comfortable, more honest, more open and vulnerable. So when you're watching my videos and you're lost in your head, recognize something's going on in your body that's being healed energetically. If you're stuck in your emotions and you're overly emotional while you're watching my videos, there's something going on mentally that your mind is processing, so your emotions are processing something else. Because yin yang, black and white, Sophie's kid, hi. So The other things going on is energy healing. The vibrations of my voice are roughly around 200 to 333 hertz, which, medically speaking, heals wounds and turns poison to healing, like to medicine. Test it. Put my voice next to a machine and scan it. I'm a literal fucking lighthouse. I bear the light. So sorry. I can't stop it. I've tried to extinguish it. I've tried to give it away. It doesn't go anywhere. So it is what it is. I just need to tell you now so you can actually know what the fuck you're benefiting from. The intentions have always been and always will be that you guys benefit, become wiser and better people, and more at home within yourselves. That you know the truth, that you see clearly, and that you don't need to ask anybody. You can just talk to God to connect you to God instantly, so that you don't ever get deceived by anybody again. Ever. The light bearer was never a thing about deception to deceive anybody. Ugh. It's like an insult. It's like saying cookies are oranges. It's a fucking cookie. A cookie can't be an orange. The light bearer can't be a liar. It's impossible. It's literally the light. It's all information. It cannot lie. It's like telling God to... I mean, think about it this way. The source of all creation. And you go up to it and you're like, I need a car. The universe is going to look back at you and say, there's like infinity back there. What do you need a car for? But it's not going to, because it's not a sentient being. It's a pool of fucking power. A better example is like expecting a nun to, well, they do all that stuff, don't they? Dang. There really is no good and evil. I don't know how else to word it to you guys. You just don't expect things out of beings and people and places that you wouldn't do. So just... Ugh! Ugh! It's so frustrating. It's like pointing at a color that you guys can't see, that you're supposed to see, but it's right there and you guys can't see it. And I'm like, it's right there. And you guys are like, what is that? I'm like, it's this thing right here. It's like right here. You're supposed to turn it on and feel it. And you guys are like, what do you mean? What is that? And I'm like, it's right there. That thing right there. But what you guys are seeing is this. I'm like, it's right here, but you guys are seeing this. You're not even ready for this. I'm still trying to get you to see the color. Was I a bad teacher? Who thought you guys knew all this stuff? My goodness. We got a lot of work to do. Man, I really do hope that those sun ships are those ships with the actual people that I know. Because so far, what I've seen, I want to punch a lot of them in the face and some of them in the nuts. Because they don't have the same morals, decency, or standards that we have here. And I say we collectively as everybody on Earth, because once they show up, there's no us versus them. It's planet Earth realizing it's inner Earth. So you guys have no idea. You guys have no idea. And if they're actually who they are, again, they have a lot of explaining to do before anything. Remember, if they are the creator beings, they left. They left. And they knew exactly what would happen, and they let it all happen. If they aren't those creator beings, then they are imposters. Either way, there are a lot of questions that need to be answered. So, if an alien species shows up and says, we've been living among you all this time, which they have, what are you going to do? Calm your tits, go back to neutral, call me, and we conference globally and talk to everybody. But you need a fucking lie detector that's an actual fucking oracle. This person. You need a lie detector. Someone with empathy to a degree of insanity to where they can pick up the feeling of a fucking ant from a mile away. Because these beings are not like humans. You cannot lie detector test them, and you cannot psychic medium test them. You need an actual oracle, a voice of God, not a voice of the gods, but God, God up there in here. Someone with an actual empathic ability, not the ones who claim they're empaths. Oh, I have emotions, I'm an empath. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not an empath until you can control your emotions and you can pick and choose which one you're feeling from the other people. Until then, you're just a sponge. And I say that lovingly. I've been the sponge too. You know what happened for me to be not a sponge? I had to be seeded by 13 bloodlines and then abused for 42,000 years. 42,000 years. And I was only talking to you about 26,700 and 500, or 7,500 something. 526, I think. I don't know. I've just been keeping track. Why would people think this is a fucking wig? Like, who the fuck would make a wig that's this badly cut? I mean, I cut it myself with a fucking pair of Dollar Tree scissors. Fucking weirdos, and you called it a wig? Thank you. Like, I dyed it myself too. Well, I bleached it myself. Why is the back of my head always so flat? Oh, because I'm sleeping on my back all the time like that. Dang it. Put my hair. Oh, thank you, instant download knowledge. Put your hair in a ponytail. Amazon. Ow. Boop, boop, boop. I'm not very muscular at all. I'm like super dainty and little. The camera, because of the weird angle, I wish I could show you. It makes everything really distorted, which is why I get like this so much, because I think it's fucking hilarious. But my arms, my hands, and they look so fucking huge on camera. It's ridiculous. Like this thing, look at how big it looks. Look at it. Look at it. Look. They're side by side, see? Look at how big my hand looks. Wait. What do I have to show you that's like a size measurement? I don't look anything like I do on this camera. If you want to know what I really actually kind of fucking more look like, I guess it's on Instagram. because I take pictures on my phone with that camera. Man, I need electrolysis again. Ooh, there's some sparkly ones. Testosterone sucks. I'm gonna go. It's been 2 hours. I think we've done good enough for your vibration today. I love you. Take care of yourself, except for you, Corey. Return my things. Oh, wait. John, stop stealing my bike. It's my bike. You can't have my bike. It's my bike. My bike. My bike. You no, take my bike. Bye.